What's the deal? Welcome to the Flatbush Smitty show. Yes, 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 yes. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, notification bell so you know when we live. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Just don't tell no lies. Yes, 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 yes. And for my co-host, my brother, Mikey B to pop out. Show was supposed to start at 11:30, but I hit the button by mistake. So we live. Excuse me. We live. I know I said 11:30, but I hit the button by mistake. So we hit. Today we got a great show. You know what I'm saying? We got a great show. You know what I mean? We're gonna be talking about culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. It's a whole lot going on, man. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you know when we live, man. Shout out to Sonny Blanco. You already know, man. My brother. Yes, 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 man. It's a lot going on in the sector, man. You know, when the rabbit got the gun, you know, it'd be it'd be a different talk. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it feel like right now. You feel what I'm saying? That's exactly what it feel like. Um, I think that you know, since we've been in this sector of YouTube, it has expanded. You know what I'm saying? Like, the content has expanded to other uh, sites such as Facebook, um, Instagram, and TikTok, and a host of other, you know, um, sites that's out there right now, and a large variety of people is tuning in. You feel what I'm saying? You got some dudes that you know been over here and know what's going on. You got certain dudes on Instagram that been doing their thing that's chiming into certain people that's over here. So, to me it's like it's open season. You know what I mean? It could never be culture vulture to me. You know what I'm saying? When we dealing with content. You feel what I'm saying? Um, a lot of people might have different opinions on what they feel, you know, and how they feel about, culture vulture. But when a dude out there, making content, there is no, you know what I'm saying? It's no such thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't be selective with, you know, who we choose, rather who we choosing to basically talk about certain situations. It's fair game. We're on the internet. That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? We on the internet. If something comes up on the internet and you happen to be involved, it's all fair game to certain people. And that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't make up the rules. A lot of dudes has been violated. Family has been violated on this internet. You know what I mean? Some people haven't even made it back from the violation that occurred. Look at what's the brother name? Disco. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Disco. Look what the internet did to Disco. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is a cruel environment. You know what I'm saying? So if you think you come in here for uh dudes to be friends or loving and holding you down or some type of loyalty is supposed to be shown towards you, you in the wrong place. You in the wrong place. Especially on YouTube in the dirty sector. You in the wrong place. Period. You feel what I'm saying? Um, and that's what these dudes don't understand, man. Henny, shout it out, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button on the way in, man. Don't forget, I'm waiting for Mikey B to pull up. Um, But the reason I'm talking about this, you know, culture vulture situation, because uh, as y'all see the thumbnail, two brothers came up at, basically that people were saying is, culture vulture. And I beg to differ, man. Brothers is out here doing the same thing everybody else is doing. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody is out here talking about each other. Period. Everybody. Everybody is running their mouth about each other. Spanish, Latinos, blacks, whites, everybody. You feel what I'm saying? But let's get straight into this though, man. Let's hear what we. So I got some footage I want y'all to hear, and shout out to everybody in the building, man. Let me just go grab this next phone. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. Salute, salute. Hit that like button, man. It's 8 in the building, 10 in the building. Hit that like button, man. It's free. Why you jump on the net that all right, salute. Made me tough, like by watching him do shit and how he made me like get on shit like. All right, this is Snook talking right now, right? We gonna listen to Snook talking right now, right? This is Snook talking right now. He's talking to Uppercut Podcast. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes be saying that this dude is a real culture vulture. He likes to keep things going. You understand what I'm saying? Keep beefs going that don't like necessarily need to keep going. Like dudes could be squashed, but he still adds fuel to the fire. You know what I mean? As you know, Snook been going at China, um, and a whole host of other people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Snook. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he has been around the culture. He's grown up around us. He's a Latino brothers. We see Latino brothers in the hood all day, just like us. You know what I'm saying? Moving around, saying the nigga, saying the word nigga, living just like us, no different. You understand? In New York. So we know this type of dude. You understand? Uppercut Podcast, right? Me personally, I've seen Chinese brothers and Cambodian brothers just like him in our neighborhoods, moving the same way, just like us. You know what I mean? And we don't call them culture vultures when we see them. You know what I mean? When they on the block, smoking with us, making a power move. You understand what I'm saying? It's just when they start talking about something that we don't like. That's when we start saying, "Oh, yo, they culture vultures. They ain't got no reason to." What do you mean? Y'all accept everything else until they start talking about it? Like, come on, y'all bugging. But here you go. We gonna listen. When I was an older nigga, you feel me? So I went and got my pops, and when my pops came back, you feel me? Ran down on the nigga, slapped him up, threw him on his knees, made me slap him, you feel me? Wow. So I was a little nigga slapping the shit out the nigga, like, I'm probably weak as shit, but to me, I'm wilding on him, slapping the shit out the nigga. Wow, you feel me? Wow. So that shit put the hype in me at like 12 years old, where I'm already moving like a nigga play with me. I'm putting hands on him, grown, young, whatever, you feel me? Not to cut into her song, but he said he was 15 still getting molested. I'm like, at 15, we was knocking grown men out, you feel me? So it's like yo. And let's get this right. I just heard him say, Hassan was getting whatever at 15 years old, and we was knocking dudes out. All right, cool. That's your story, son. You know what I'm saying? It's no fun in, putting the next man down because he went through some pain. Feel what I'm saying? I'm not jacking that. When dudes put shit out there like that, I don't jack shit like that. That's not cool. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not jacking nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like for real. Just to clear that up.
How you say that? You feel me? Hold on. Wait. Why did you get into Hassan? Because that was my first like real spill with this internet shit. Because I was on there just strolling. For me, now niggas be on there just looking for whatever's popping or whatever. Yeah. For me, entertaining shit. For me, his shit popped up where he had a nigga posted with him, and he was talking about raping a nigga daughter, doing all sorts of shit. Nigga daughter opening a nigga R. Kelly
Mikey
piss on
B,
a nigga
salute.
daughter.
What's going on?
Salute.
Salute.
What up? What up?
Bro.
What up? Ain't
What's up,
shit. What's
man?
going on? Salute to the people. What's going on?
Ain't none, man. Yo, man. They talking about a lot of culture vultures out here, man. You
What's
know,
going on, bro? Talk to the people. Talk to me, man. What's up, man?
man. They saying this dude uppercut podcast and Snook is culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? He's basically saying that China and Hassan Campbell called them culture vultures for I don't know what reason. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen nothing on the internet where Snook was culture vulture or um the brother uppercut podcast was. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't see it, you know?
Some dudes be just using that shit just as a way for dudes or somebody they hate is another way to just hate on dudes or shoot somebody down. I don't know. How are you saying he's a coach? How? How? Son is the dude from Uppercut Podcast is from Queens, and the other kid is from Lower East Side, right?
Right.
They from the hood too. So I don't understand, like, coach how?
Yeah, exactly.
How?
This is what I'm
Dudes just be just throwing shit out there, just saying shit, bro.
yeah,
Some
this is
dudes
what
just be saying shit though, bro.
this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how these brothers is putting these tags on these brothers in nowadays because they shooting somebody down. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if you know, Snook been going at it with China Brim and Hassan Campbell on Instagram back and forth about the allegations. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why they
About
say. That's why they say he a coach of vulture because they beefing.
right. I agree.
When niggas put money, they ain't saying Vlad is a coach of vulture, is they?
Right.
They ain't saying Vlad TV is a coach of vulture. I bet that.
Right. I mean,
Because Vlad
they
putting.
was at one point. They was at one point.
You
Don't get
right.
it
Because they.
twisted.
You right. They was at one point because they was calling Math Hoffa Vlad Hoffa.
Exactly.
Right.
They
So that's a fact. So they was calling him a coach of vulture, and then when they got up there with him, they started eating. They started eating.
mad Franks. Facts. Facts. You ain't lying. So what I'm saying is this: now that Snook is, going at you or going at Hassan, going at China or whoever, you understand what I'm saying? It's a problem. Now they're culture vultures. I just don't get it. I'm not jacking. I can't jack it. You feel what I'm saying? I cannot jack it. You know what I mean? Um, uh, like I said, I don't know. I don't really tap into to the brother upper podcast um uppercut podcast, but I do know some brothers that's Cambodian and Chinese in the hood that be with us like every day. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like facts. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
That shit,
it's
don't get me wrong, are there culture vultures, but what culture are we talking about? Like, these dudes be trying to move the goalposts to everybody be trying to do shit. They be moving the goalposts, bro. Listen, what culture? Black culture? Hip hop culture? Like how? What culture you talking about?
right,
These
right,
are the things that you gotta make clear. Like which culture you talking about? They're culture vulture of what culture?
right.
What culture? What culture? Which one?
Because I
Without that clarity, you can't even really have this conversation if you don't got the clarity on what culture you talking about.
right,
You just saying that shit because it's some slick shit to say, and you know you can get at somebody with that.
right. Now I agree. I definitely agree on you. I definitely agree with you on that one. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, come on, content is content. It's wide open for everybody. Once you put yourself out here and you put your face inside that box, you become content. You become content. Somebody could take your live and just remix it and just make fun of your live. Just make fun of your face. You become content. That easy. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I just don't get it, man. This is like to me, this is like a news broadcast. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everybody, if you come up here and you talk about somebody, it's fair game. It's fair
Right.
game. You know what I'm saying? Hassan, you just mad. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, dude shot at you on a larger scale, probably. You understand that on Instagram where it's gonna get around. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody not just coming to YouTube on the I don't know, man. Like it's just weird to me, man.
You,
You know
you
what I'm
know what
saying?
I don't like though? If some was really a culture vulture, being that what they going through with China and them right now is beef. If they would have been called them out, then you could have more respect for it as far as them being culture vultures. If you would have been called them out, you can't call them out in the middle of y'all beefing and we respect that they culture vultures. Yo, Stone to the bone, Henny, what up? Salute to everybody out in the building.
Yo,
But you
salute,
can't.
salute.
But you understand what I'm saying, though, right, Smitty?
Yeah,
You can't
definitely.
call you can't call them that shit in the middle of war and expect us to jack it. Y'all in the middle of a war. Like even with the stuff that's going on with China right now, we ain't make that shit up, bro. That shit came to us.
Right.
We just reacting to the content. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's not like we just came up and we was digging for that. Like, yo, listen,
Right.
let's go
We ain't
look for
make that up. We wasn't looking for it. We was on our own time. We actually came in late on the content. That shit was up for like a week before we even got to it.
right,
You see what I'm saying?
right.
So that dudes is trying to say we trying to pull somebody down. Why would we be trying to pull somebody down when all we do is reacting to new content that we didn't bring to the internet? We didn't bring that.
Facts.
We didn't bring that shit. And like the kid Snook, I don't know him. I don't know him. And I don't really know the kid. The podcast kid. What's that kid? What's his name?
Yeah, uppercut podcast.
Nah, he trying to come to the dirty section. The uppercut podcast dude, all his tactics I see that I be seeing lately, I don't really. I think I don't think I follow him, but I have been seeing him doing shows. It been coming across my timeline. I seen him on Math Hoffa. He was starting shit on Math Hoffa. I seen him do an interview with Ten Toes Down. I see them going, and he keep asking questions about Zip. I seen Zip talk about that as well on his live.
Right.
Son is an instigator, definitely.
Oh, okay.
So is he a culture vulture? I don't know about the culture vulture. I would have to see what culture they talking about, and we would have to like really put that under the magnifying glass and do our work, do our background, do our
Right.
due diligence, and break that shit down the way we do, the way people expect us to break it down.
Right.
But I haven't seen that. Nobody has shown me. I haven't seen anything to see where he's a culture vulture. But I have seen where he's an instigator.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
definitely an instigator. He's definitely on Zip. He's definitely instigating stuff in the dirty section, in the community, whatever you want to call it, in the section. He's definitely doing that.
Okay. Like I said, I don't follow him too much. I have saw him, I have seen him on like, you know, couple clips and everything, but I don't follow the guy too much. You understand what I'm saying? Like you said, you broke that down pretty good right there. An instigator, he might be, you know what I'm saying? Or,
He's definitely, nah,
but
he's definitely, from what I've seen, he's definitely an instigator. But it's
okay,
mad instigators on YouTube, but an instigator doesn't make you a culture vulture.
right,
That
right.
just means you somebody around starting a bunch of shit, keeping shit up in the air, keeping shit active. You know what I'm saying?
But these dudes, to me, like, what's all the crying about? These dudes is the most disrespectful dudes on the internet. You understand what I'm saying? Dudes is the most disrespectful dudes on the internet. I'm talking about dudes that buried certain dudes' career. Hassan Campbell, you understand what I'm saying? China, they done buried dudes' career. Now, dudes is like actually on a, in a different side of the game, which is Instagram and Facebook, and other people is tapping in. It's like, yo, now it's like everybody want to cry about a certain situation. Nah, this is content.
But how you gonna cry though? How you gonna cry when you invented all the bullshit? You made up fake shit about people. You did everything to get lit, Now it's on you. Now everybody's on your body.
Right, right, right.
Now everybody's on your body. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know the brother Snook. You know what I'm saying? Everything he put out, you know what I'm saying, like on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? I just tapped into his content. I just tapped the follow button on him to see what he was talking about on Instagram and stuff like that. And to me, it's like he talks his talk. You know what I'm saying? Just like any other man. You know, he felt like he's not soft, like just like any other man should feel. He feel like ain't nobody gonna violate him just like any other man should feel. And that's that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no different from anybody else, man. Shout out, yo, Wolfpack. You already know, man. Shout out to the Wolves, man. DT in the building, man. You know, but I wanted to play some of his interview, man.
Go ahead. I'm
See
here,
what
bro.
he talking about.
I'm here, bro.
See what he talking about, man.
Like, that's mad heinous to me, and I got daughters, so that shit scuff my Timbs. First of all, like I said, like when he gets angry, I think he just does. He puts out the energy. Boundaries. Does it, but if someone does it to him, I feel like like there's no boundary. If he said that about my daughter, right? And you know why? Because I mess with her song because he has different perspective, and he does not talk about the hip hop. He tries to shit on like just like his perspective is different to me. He talks about the war. He's not just like it's my thing. Like I really don't care about the dude. I was just
He does have Hassan Campbell, he does have a good lane. Sometimes he's good money and sometimes he's not, man. You know what I mean? Like that's why I tune into him sometimes, you know what I mean? But he threw me off. He been throwing me off lately. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else feel.
speaking on a certain matter where he was doing certain shit. You feel me? If I was a gangster, if we in the yard or we somewhere, and nigga, I'd have pulled his coattail if we was in the yard, like, yo, bro, you bugging talking about raping son daughter because he said that's like a nigga getting to a nigga in the yard and then they just having words though. Like you just talking like, are you really gangster? What they say, a barking dog don't bite. You feel me? So they say like, yo, you talking crazy and all that other shit. Why you jump on the net to diss the nigga and his daughter say you raped the nigga daughter? If you wanted to see that, man, you could have linked up with the nigga. I heard they knew each other and all that. You feel me? So you did all that just to go on the internet to do clickbait shit by saying you rape a nigga kid. My nigga only want to see a nigga the same thing about him. So it's like, is that? I ain't dig into that shit. I really didn't care. I'm gonna talk about what you said, nigga. I ain't see what the other nigga said. If he did say that, if he did say that, he's wrong too, my nigga. And he's a clown for saying that too, my nigga. There's nobody exempt, my nigga. If you took, and then this my thing, but talking about doing something to niggas' kids, my nigga, I don't like that shit. Little girls, little boys, that shit is off, like.
How you feel about that, Mikey B, when dudes start, adding the babies and putting the babies inside the content and everything? How y'all feel out there? Let me know. Do y'all feel like it's right? Is it fair game? You understand what I'm saying? Like, have dudes made it fair game for people to talk about dudes' kids and family, and it's cool now, and everybody just accept it? How y'all feel about that? Do y'all think it's cool or not? Because disrespect is disrespect. Period. There's no way around it. Disrespect is disrespect. I don't care if it's to you, your fan. It's disrespect, man. You know what I mean? But the babies, I feel like it's off limits. Some dudes don't. They use those tactics. They go to the babies to get information, or they go to the babies to, to go against the parents or whatever. I don't think it's cool. I don't think no kid should be involved. I don't think no kid should be up on those screens. I don't think no kid should be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might have a different opinion.
You feel me? You bugging, nigga. Even if that shit's off limits, nigga.
How you feel about that?
What's that?
About dudes using kids and putting kids up on the screen and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? Like when they go into war with content and going against each other. They're using the babies or digging in the background and yo, tell me something about your pops or let
What
me
you talking
speak.
about? China situation specifically? He talked about
I'm talking about
families.
anybody's situation. Period.
I don't know. If I mean, I didn't hear nobody calling out China when he was doing it. I
Right.
never heard nobody. I heard nobody calling out China when he was doing it. Show me a video. I got my computer right here in front of me. I look up the video right now. Show me a video where somebody called out China for doing that shit.
Nah, no doubt.
I don't understand. My thing is this: we can't have these conversations now when it's against him. When we ain't had these conversations when he ain't do it.
Right.
When he was doing that shit, everybody was all laughs and giggles. Keep
Right.
laughing. Keep laughing.
Nah, no
That's
doubt.
what I say. Keep laughing.
All right. All
When
right. Nah, I
everybody
just
else dudes putting dudes mothers, I ain't with that. I don't do that shit. But once dudes do that shit, you can't say when I see another dude do it back. What I'm gonna say?
right. I agree.
What I'm gonna say? Once you open up that can of worms, let me tell you something. Once you open up a certain can of worms with people, bro, how they respond, bro. You can't level somebody else's response or when they're gonna respond.
Right.
You could violate somebody now and they can catch you 10 years. Some people wait a long time. They say revenge is best served cold.
Mm.
Some people might wait a long time to get you, watch you wait to exact their revenge. I just seen a dude do a post like that. He said, yo, you violated me. I ain't get you back yet. It's coming.
Mm.
It's coming. And you can't temper when somebody's gonna say, yo, win. Especially when you're doing it. So when it comes to dudes like China, when it comes to dudes like that, they're gonna get they just everybody not with it, but the people that's with it, they're gonna drag your family through. They're gonna drag the same shit through that you're doing to everybody else. Somebody gonna do it back to you, and somebody's gonna do worse than whatever you think you're doing is so bad. Somebody gonna do something exact worse.
Right. I mean, shit. We all know that, bro. We all know that when you think you big and bad, you run into that match, and that match be motherfucking crazy right there. You be
It's
like
always
fighting for
somebody that's
your
gonna do
life.
something worse. Like I said, I'm not really with that shit. I'm not really with that shit. But when dudes are nasty dudes like that, I'm not gonna care now. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna give you good references and good things that you can do. But because other people want to do the same shit you do back to you, I don't got no problem with them doing that shit back to you. You shouldn't be doing that shit in the first place. For one, while I came up in the streets, we kept it all female. I ain't beefing no females since I've been on the internet. These dudes have. I've been on the internet 5 years. You can't give me one argument I had with a woman. You
Mm.
can't name one thing where I violated women up here, came up and violated women.
Nah, facts.
One, just show one post,
Nah,
one
facts.
time.
Facts.
So I keep it a certain way, bro. I keep it a certain way, but everybody not on that shit. Everybody not on my timing.
Right.
And that's on them. They got to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But on the same token, bro, we really can't like. It's like dude just trying to take up for China all of a sudden, and he is the one of the foulest dudes on the internet.
Nah.
He violated all dudes' wives, mothers. I heard him tell mothers, kids, I don't care about your kids. Why would I care about a dude like him? When his daughter is going against him, when his BM is going against him, they going against him. Not vice versa.
Mm.
I'm gonna support them. What you mean?
I get it. I definitely get
He
that.
the one doxing his own family. He the one putting his own baby mother's information out there, her name, and doxing her on purpose, like some real predator type of dude to do. You heard?
Nah, that's crazy.
This is why that's a crime. This is why you can't do certain things to crime victims for these girls and these women, because these dudes like that, these predators try to use everything they can to go against these girls to keep these girls quiet.
That's crazy.
That's what they do all that shit to keep the girls quiet.
Nah.
Okay, okay, Olivia Newton on 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Why would you be doing that? Because you trying to intimidate them.
Mm.
The same tactics he used probably when he was messing with them little girls, like they were saying he was beating them up, taking their money, taking their stuff.
That's
Come on,
wild.
bro. It's a horrible character, bro.
That's wild. Let's get back into what Snook got to say though on this
All right, let's get
show.
it. Let's get it.
If a nigga say you rape my kids, my nigga, I'm dealing with you. I'm dealing with you differently. Like, nigga, ain't no gonna be me talking about, oh, you gonna rape my kid, I'll rape your kid. Like that, nigga, I'm not doing that, bro. Imagine me telling a nigga you say you gonna do something to my kid, I'm gonna tell you, I'm just saying, I'm not saying nothing, nigga. When I see you, it's lit, nigga. That's it, nigga. Right. You getting clapped, nigga. That's it, nigga. But the internet, I'm crashing out for my kids, bro. I'm crashing out, gang. Like, I'm big on respect. I'm big on loyalty. I don't play none of that weird shit, bro. And I did see you throw shots at other people too. Like, yeah, because niggas try to defend it. Like that's why I said Hocus is cool and all that, but he tried to tell me like, yo, find a victim. He just chat. He ran. Niggas just say, I'm like, yo, bro, if a niggas choking crazy like that, who you choking to? Like, you gotta be able to be like, yo, bro, who he like? Because this how I think. If you talking about molesting niggas' kids and doing those other shit, anybody that would like that must be in that realm. Like, you would do that to another nigga kid. Because you remember, back in the day, they used to be raping niggas' bitches and robbing niggas, and they used to be on that type of time. So I don't know if you cut from that cloth where you would rape a nigga girl, you would rape a kid, or you would...
Nah, that is deep, though. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, I did hear of, old school hustlers, you know what I'm saying, in that lane that, you know what I'm saying, like, that was torn from that cloth. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you heard you heard of old school hustlers doing that back in the days, Mikey?
Yeah, I mean, I heard that stuff. I don't know anybody personally. I've heard stories and stuff, but I don't know if that stuff is true. I don't know. I don't know what's true and what's fake though. Sometimes you be lying. People be lying.
Nah, no doubt, no doubt.
You understand what I'm saying? Like
Nah,
sometimes
I
that
get
should be
what you're
just
saying.
cat.
I
Some
have heard
stories
of
be
it too, though. I heard of it too.
sometimes stories be sensationalized. Like I done heard stories about myself and it's not true. But it's some shit that's is ill, but it ain't true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I
Sometimes
get
when
it.
we get these stories, they don't really be true stories. They be just, you know, like when they say when you tell something and it go around a circle, it gets bigger and bigger, and people add to it and add stuff. Next thing you done beat up 8 police and broke the sergeant's leg, cuffed everybody. You know how that should be going, bro. That should be
Right. Nah, no doubt, no doubt. Nah, I get it. It's definitely those salt in the game.
Kill a baby, all that type of shit. Now I'm like locked up with. That's what I said. I've been up north with all sorts of niggas that got crazy charges. So it's not far fetched for me to say you would rape a kid and then you would probably do it, nigga. You from that era, nigga, where that shit was going on. I don't really think niggas in this era it'd be like, yo, I'm gonna rape your kid, my nigga. Niggas that's in this generation's not doing that, nigga. We not saying none of that shit, nigga. Niggas throwing a shiesty on and getting busy, nigga. Not gonna tell you I'm gonna rape your kid because you diss me, my nigga. I'm gonna do something, nigga. That's not even tough to say back to a nigga, bro. Right. Let's keep it 100, my nigga. We not talking about doing nothing to nobody kid because a nigga diss you, and it's not a reason. That's why I told Hocus, like, you should have threw him up on that shit on the road for shit because he talking about raping kids, he violating women on there. Like, come on, gang. Niggas that post you don't fuck with Haas at all. I don't know him to fuck with him, but off the jump, first impression is everything. The first thing I seen on you was you talking about doing something to a nigga kid because he dissed you, my nigga. That was corny to me. Like, I don't jack that, bro. And then everybody that's behind him making excuses for it, that shit sound crazy, bro. They make it seem like you pick and choose what's because Hocus be posting all these niggas out here snuffing bitches and doing all this shit. And I'm like, yo, bro, you gonna post a nigga snuffing bitches and talking about it? Come on, my nigga. This nigga's actually choking a child because the niggas that's watching that's probably on the Epstein files watching like, oh.
So you think he right about that? About Hocus for Fifth? Should be posting Hassan Campbell for saying things about kids and stuff like that. I don't know what he trying to
and see, and let me tell you something.
Right.
When dudes is calling out stuff like that, he not wrong. You got to remember, everybody dudes is picking and choosing. We talked about this the other show a few shows ago with the rat shit. People pick and choose. Just being honest. Just being honest, bro. People pick and choose, bro. They pick what they want to really go in and on, and they picking and choosing out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They picking and choosing. You know what I mean? So you got to expect that. But I think he's definitely right about calling out. If you're going to call something out, Zip was saying the same thing last night as well.
Okay.
Like, yo, y'all dudes are the ones. Like what Zip was saying was, we don't look to
Shout out
1090
to
Jake.
Zip, man.
Yeah, salute to Zip. Shout out to Zip.
Shout out to Zip, man. Wow.
What like like 1090 Jake. We don't look to 1090 Jake for food reviews or mixtape reviews, like who the hot album that came out. We look at 1090 Jake for who told some street shit, a
Right.
street story. That's all his subscribers. So Zip is like, I'm not the person you come to when a story like that comes, but you go to a Hocus for a Fifth, you give that to a Hocus for a Fifth or a Hassan Campbell.
Right.
They've been the ones on them type of dudes back, or the kid Muslim, the dude I seen Muslim.
Right.
But some of the stuff is hitting close to home, I guess, for these guys, like the China Brim story. The China Brim story is a true story. It ain't no you picking and choosing. Now you picking and choosing, and am I mad at somebody picking and choosing? No. But I'm gonna call it what it is. You picking and choosing. You see what I'm saying? Now, if your followers want to, I ain't really nobody. I ain't nobody. You got your own business profile or business, your business plan. But personally, when you have a themed show like that, and you do start picking and choosing, it will affect your brand.
Mm.
That's called integrity. Is an intangible asset.
Mm.
It's a tangible asset. Is what? Money. We got this much money in the account. We own this building.
Right.
We own these books. We own these computers. That's tangible assets.
Right.
But integrity, how the person at the front desk treats the people that's walking in, that's all intangible things that you can't tell how this is really affecting your bottom line, how it's affecting your business, how it's affecting your money.
Mm.
But it will start to affect your money because, like the last video that Hassan Campbell made when he mentioned me in the show that we did,
Right.
they calling him out more so in them comments, like, yo, bro, nah, you're not keeping it solid.
Right.
What you talking about? This little girl was 16. Like, what are you talking about? They holding him to his own followers. And how could I believe you? How could I come follow you? And whatever you tell me up here, just say, you come up here, you make a show right now. The Flatbush Smitty show. You a comedy dude. You just say whatever. You up here joking and talking shit. They ain't not expecting you to say nothing real, so they're gonna hold you to that.
Right.
The next tomorrow you come up here and you on some serious shit. You start talking about the war. You heard they like, hold on, wait a minute. Didn't you say you was a whole? I'm here for
Right.
comedy.
Right.
You understand
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And you going against whatever you say. Now you want some other shit. But I think with that, I think that alone though could hurt your brand. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, no
I
doubt.
think in
No
the
doubt. I
long
agree
run,
with you on
it
that.
will affect you. In the long, you might not see short term effects, but in the long term, you will see a drop in participation. Whoever you going against, people will start going to them like, yo, nah, this dude was right on this shit. I gotta start following this. And this how dudes lose followers. That's how Hassan lost all them followers to Zip over the same over the same topic. Think about it.
All right, but do you think like being that he did that, right? He's gonna like put a dent in his following, and also, do you feel like he kind of threw China under the bus by saying like, "Yo, I don't know him. I don't
Nah,
deal with him, or I don't
nah,
know him in real life. China is China."
he distanced himself from China all the way with that. He tried to distance himself. He tried to distance himself with that. I don't know who China, who? I don't know him. Yeah, that was wild. I ain't gonna lie.
That was crazy. He's
That
like,
was
"Yo, hold
crazy.
on, that's China. How he look? What?
That was crazy.
You sure? What China?"
That was crazy. I ain't gonna front. He threw him under the bus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, what? Like, what you mean? You was just on the couch with him. What are you talking about? Talking about you
But
don't
that's what
know him.
dudes did to all the dudes. You see, Diddy was like, yo, y'all dudes ain't contacting me. Oh, nobody want to talk to me no more. Remember?
Right,
Diddy was saying that. Once them allegations start flying, dudes know you about to start losing sponsors. And you got to remember, this shit on his jacket right now, he trying to make a deal. This was the wrong time for this shit to pop out, you heard?
right,
This was the wrong time for this shit to pop out because now you got sponsors and people add suitability and all that shit. They're gonna be like, yo, nah, we don't want this dude got some allegations against him. They got some girls, his daughter, they getting this shit. They is getting this. Too many people sharing this right now. Too many people talking about the story. This story is everywhere, bro.
Right.
Everybody's seeing the story right now, bro. It's over, you heard?
Right.
But
Yeah.
but
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's kind of wild, man. That's definitely kind of wild how he threw him under the bus. Yo, what's the Don salute, man? You
he
already
threw him
know.
straight into the bus, you heard?
No doubt, no doubt. Salute, salute, man. Appreciate the light. Definitely appreciate the light. Let's get back into what Snook got to say, man.
All right, let's go.
Son talk about raping kids, they like that shit. Like, nigga, I see certain niggas liking the post. I'm like, nigga, how you gonna like a post where a nigga talk about you rape a kid for a nigga dissing them? Nigga, that's not gangster, bro. Right. I don't jack none of that shit, bro. I would never. Not jacking that, but it's not gangster. And you was supposed to be a member. You act like you was gang, you was blood and all that, nigga. That shit is it's in his shit, nigga. You don't disrespect women, my nigga. You feel me? You don't have to say that because that shit go without saying, my nigga. And that's. Come on, gang. You understand? Gang started off niggas holding down the community, my nigga. Niggas doing shit for the community. Niggas twisted it when they got the power and the numbers to extort niggas and do all the crimes niggas wanted to do with it. Because if niggas are smart enough, niggas would take them gangs or them GF niggas. I'm gonna tell you niggas, I told niggas, yo, niggas wanted to be them powers. Niggas come home from jail with trade skills, nigga. They go up learning and they got trade school skills up there, my nigga. When niggas come home with carpentry, general business, motherfucking electricians, all sorts of flooring, all sorts of shit. Take them homies that got them certificates, my nigga, and build a multi-purpose motherfucking business where you got niggas doing everything, my nigga. And you gonna make money off of it, nigga. Instead of doing crime, my nigga. That niggas just doing all sorts of crime. And the way the gangs is set up now, it be a nigga in your set. You don't even know this nigga's in your shit. You don't even know the big homie.
How you feel about what he just said?
I caught the end of it. What he had said at the end.
He basically saying that that homies GFs come home. We supposed to be out here, protecting the ladies. You understand, protecting the women, protecting our community. But dudes come out here and talk this, this gangster shit, this blood shit. You know what I'm saying? And they not doing that. Brothers be coming home with trades, carpentry trades, electrician trades, all types of trades, and come back just to destroy the community.
Nah, you right. Let me tell you something. Is he not in the gang, right?
He said I backed up the Spidey suit to veil my son.
Yo, he not in the gang, right?
I think he used to be a blood.
He not in the gang, right?
He's not in the gang no more. He's not active no more. But
So he's not in the gang. He not in the gang, right?
He's
It's
not
so
in the
hard to
gang.
even say. We can't even say that no more. He not in the gang.
Right.
He's not in the gang, so he shouldn't be even. I mean, he not in the gang. Then how you know what they should be doing or not doing as a part of their rules, a part of their sets? How you know?
He basically saying from his perspective of being gang and being down with the gangs that
He ain't
dudes is
say he was down with
basically
no gang. I didn't hear him say he was down with no gang, bro.
not. He was throwing it up. He was throwing it up. He said he was brim.
Oh, he did? He was?
Yeah, I think on a couple of his lives, I think he said he was a brim, if I'm not mistaken. So he's saying from his perspective, what he's seen in blood is that dudes come home with all types of trades, and instead of getting, a big business of a multi-purpose business where you got carpentry, electrician, all types of things inside the one thing, you know what I'm saying? One big building, and sending dudes their ways in the morning instead of giving niggas a pack or giving niggas a gun to go or swipe a card or you feel what I'm saying? Shit that'll
I
land
mean,
dudes back in
anytime
jail.
anybody, I'm never gonna disagree with doing nothing productive. I came home and I did productive things with my time, my energy, my resources.
Right.
So that's always gonna be a good thing for me. But who who believes that everybody's gonna just follow you or believe you or you can say what you want. I think it's good. I think we saying it's good. We
Right.
both can agree that that's good. That's good shit. But who's gonna listen to that?
Right.
When I can go over here and this money right here is waiting for me. This how they looking. This how they thinking. I don't think like that. I'm out here working and doing what I got to do. I got my own, situations going, my own businesses as well.
Right.
So I've been on the timing that he's talking about 20 years ago, 20 something years ago. But of course you're supposed to do that, of course. But dudes ain't thinking like that. Dudes is on gang shit. Dudes is not thinking about that.
No, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that. I definitely agree. And as much as we talk, we could say that till we get blue in the face, dudes still not gonna get it. You understand what I'm saying? The gang banging mentality is to gang bang. You understand? Is to do negative shit, is to be negative at all time, at all costs. You understand what I'm saying? Is to portray something that you know what I'm saying, that you really not. That's what I get out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's to portray something you really not. You know what I'm saying? Because deep down inside, you know what I mean? Like, I never really wanted to harm none of my brothers. You understand what I'm saying? At the
Some
end of the
people's on
day.
that shit though. Everybody, just because you ain't on it, that don't mean deep down inside they ain't on it.
Right. DGR, salute. That's true. Niggas got to get off the gossip. Mainly China and Harlem. They don't do shit for the community except gossip and stir up, throw giveaways or some shit. Salute, Mount Cross. Nah, salute, salute, salute. Nah, I'm not gonna say, you know what I'm saying, like it's all gossip, you know what I'm saying, because I don't see too much. I see the bro Harlem Legend, he be on content, you know what I'm saying, celebrity content. You know what I'm saying?
Celebrity gossip.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah,
Celebrity
gossip on,
gossip.
on celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like China's more hood. You know what I'm saying? Into hood shit more than anything. You know what I'm saying? They kind of separated like they content a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's more on of like dudes that's talking about, that got millions, and he's talking about dudes that's basically still in the hood and the gangster shit that's going on in the community. You know what I'm saying? So it's two different lanes. I actually always think like that. That's what's up, Wish the Dawn. That's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like all the homies that's active or still active on the streets. And I'm not active no more, but if you active and you on the streets and you still doing that shit, you know what I'm saying? You should only want good. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you should only want good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so you should only want good, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Or you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think the brother Snook in no way is a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. I think he just out here making content, doing what he doing. He just voicing his words, you know what I'm saying, and how he feeling his heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tap into the brother Uppercut podcast a little more to see what's going on with him. You know what I mean? And make my decision is, if he an instigator or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna go off of Mikey B word. I'm gonna go, do my due diligence and look at his podcast and see
As you
what's going
should.
on with him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Check his resume and all that. You know what I'm saying? But far as I'm concerned, man, it's no culture vultures out here, man. Everything is wide open for everybody to tap into. Once you put your face in that box, you understand what I'm saying? You basically putting your life on the line.
Street culture is everybody's culture in the streets.
Right,
You've been there. Street culture, hip hop culture is everybody's culture. That jack hip hop, white, black,
right,
Asian. So that's why I asked you which culture is you talking about?
right,
Gang culture, like he's the culture vulture. See, they just use that shit. So see, that's how you know when a dude is just using something to just shoot at you because it doesn't come with any real power. It was just words that you just said, something to say, and that's what they use for dudes that's might be Spanish, might be Asian, or might be white that they don't like.
right,
You a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? And in some cases, don't get me wrong, some of these dudes is culture vultures. But what is that shit really? You see what I'm saying? What is that shit really? What we talking about? People doing news, people doing news on black people, doing news on white people, doing news on Asian people. And sometimes don't get it wrong. I done seen dudes like, yo, go, why you ain't giving us no stories from the Asian people? They try to say that shit about China Mac, and he went and lived over there. He started doing nothing but stories from over there.
right, right, right.
He moved to the whole Asia. He been in Korea. I've been seeing him all over Asia. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's good. Listen, I respect him even more. You understand? But going back to where he lived, to get in tune with his ancestries. You know what I'm saying? Like in his ancestors.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. He
Yeah,
should, as
that's
he should.
as he should. You know what I'm saying? So that's a salute. You know what I mean? But to be, diverse and to have different, you know what I mean, things inside you. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's dope to me. to have both sides.
But
Because we a lot of black folks, we one-sided. Only thing we know is the hood. You understand what I'm saying? It's dudes out there that know multiple languages, other races that know multiple languages. The only thing we know is slang and English.
let me ask you this: do you think China Mac is black?
Um, yeah, what is he, Asian?
Well, I'm asking you. I'm asking you what you think. What you think he is? What you characterize China Mac as?
Uh, Asian dude.
That's what you characterize him as an Asian dude?
Yeah, Asian dude. I mean, he's one of us.
That nigga, to me, he's just a black. He's black. See, black is a culture that we missing the culture. It created hip hop. The things under black are like hip hop. We got street culture. We got gang culture. We got food. We got ways of talking. He talks. He looked like a regular dude from the hood, bro. A regular black dude from the neighborhood, bro. Black.
Right.
And I understand people say black is not a black. When you say a color, we know it's all kind of different colors. It's 108 colors to blackness.
Hmm.
We go all the way from the deepest, darkest black, almost to white. Asian. Why you think they called it the Asiatic black man?
Nah, facts.
Asians is black. They part of the Asiatic family. They are part of the Asiatic family, yo.
Nah, facts. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that because I didn't see some of his ancestors with the darkest skin and the same chinky eyes and
Afro
everything, looking
Asiatic,
just
bro.
like him, looking just like him.
But see, that's two different things. When you talk Afro Asiatic, now you're just talking about all the people. But when you talk about black, that's a specific culture.
Right,
You see what I'm saying? Black is not a nation. We not talking about a nation of people. See, these are the conversations that we really gotta have,
right,
even on bigger platforms, so people understand this shit. When you talk about the Asiatic, when you talk about the Asiatic, um, Afrocentric person, that's the whole region from the Middle East. You know those are Asians in the Middle East, right?
mm,
You know that's a whole part of Asia to Ethiopia and all of that. That whole area right there.
right,
That whole area right there, the Middle East is that's all they all fall in that same category of people. But black is a culture that came up in America. That was a culture made in America, bro.
right.
That's American culture. That's not a nation. It's not a nationality. It's a culture. He became a part of that culture when he chose our foods, when he chose our slang, when he chose our music, and when he chose our customs.
So,
Understand that. That's a
what's the
culture.
name? Uh,
Understand that. Go
the
ahead,
brother,
bro.
the brother said, Shooter said, Uda said, Ethiopia is not Asia.
I know it's Africa, but it's a part of the Afro-Asiatic. The whole diaspora right there is a part of the whole Afro-Asiatic, Africa and Asia. The whole thing is one. That was one piece. That was one. That was one. When you talk Afro-Asiatic, that's the whole area, bro. Of course, we know the Ethiopia is on the continent of Africa, of course, and we
Facts.
know China, but that whole region is the when they talk about the Afro-Asiatic black man, that's that whole region. That's the cradle of civilization right there.
He said, so that's saying like 1090 Jake is black.
No, that's not. I ain't. Who said that? Oh
That,
no,
that's what
he's
with
a
the
part of.
dog. He dressed
Yes.
like a dude.
No, no,
Dressed
he's
like
a
a
part of
black
black.
dude.
No, no. See, for one, Asians are African of African descent anyway. Asians are of African descent. It's not the same. It's not like saying that because 1090 Jake is a European.
But was it the Europeans took it from a black man to make the cells lighter and lighter from the Yaku?
Yeah, but it's not the same thing. I'm talking about the cradle of civilization wasn't made from Europe. The cradle of civilization was made from the Afro-Asiatic black man. That was Africa and the diaspora of all those black people right there in the middle, the Asians and all that. The original Asians was all black. samurais, karate, all that shit came from Africa. All that came from black men. They brought that to Asia, bro.
Right.
This is history that you can look up. You can Google all this stuff.
Right. 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 Right.
So that it's not the same thing. The European was a European. That whole cradle, Samaria, Kemet, all that, Ethiopia, all of that stuff is was one people, bro. That's the Afro-Asiatic black man. That's the difference. So 1090 Jake is not the same.
DGR
No,
said, but
no.
Mikey B is saying, uh, Mikey B is basically saying black as a culture. So if you dress, act a certain way, you are part of the black culture, but that doesn't mean that you are black.
You're part of the
Eat
culture,
the
though.
food, listen to music. You just said that.
Speaking,
Acting.
the words you use is culture. Let me just Google this shit for y'all so y'all can see it real quick.
Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button if you're new to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell so you know when we live. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Just don't tell no lie. Flatbush is in the building. Welcome to the Flatbush Smitty Show.
And let me tell you something.
Also, you already
Let me tell you
know.
something. Understanding and making people understand this is reason why we so confused in the stage of darkness, because we don't understand simple concepts. We didn't do, a lot of us, myself included, we didn't do this early in our life. We didn't get this information from our elders. This is shit that we had to go out and find and learn and seek, and we didn't understand and get this information. And that's why we be so confused about a lot of things, bro. You heard?
Right.
Look, simple. This is a simple thing right here. Hold on, look. What is culture? What is culture? Shared learned ways of life of a group, encompassing but not non-material ideas, beliefs, values, norms, language, and material objects, artifacts, technology, art. It is a complex system of symbolic communication and behavior passed down through generations, including rituals, traditions, and social institutions. It's
Mm,
nothing about color. It's nothing about color or race and culture, bro. Understand what culture is. It's nothing about color, bro.
right.
There's nothing about nationality. None of that shit is there, bro.
So how could
Culture.
that's my point. How could these brothers be culture vulture when that's part of the game to get, you know what I'm saying, like even with hip hop, like the internet right now, right? You know what I'm saying? It's more like a battle of words. Who would say the some people go to the extent where they say the worst things, you know what I mean, to get lit. Some people just come with great intellect. Some people is comedians and they go back and forth versus each other. You know what I'm saying? People put them together, you know what I'm saying? Put them against each other. You know, so it's like, how can dudes be like, vultures? I just don't get them dudes being vultures. Even the uppercut podcast, you understand? Like I still don't get the
But
brother being a vulture.
that's because dudes don't understand what culture is. They just run in their mouth. They
Right,
don't even understand what culture is. Not a race. Culture is not a place. Culture is not any of that.
right,
Culture is primary four things: primary language, rituals, rituals, music, but they say art, the music and the art, and the food. Those things make up culture, bro.
right, right, right,
Look at Asian people. Language is totally different. They art is totally different. Their food is totally. Let's go get some Chinese food. We know exactly what you're going to get when you're going to get Chinese food. Let's go get some soul food. That's black food. That's black. Let's go get some soul food. You know you're not going to the Chinese store. Yo, let's get some Italian food. That's cultures, bro.
right. Nah, no doubt.
That's the difference, bro. Let's get some Ethiopian food.
Nah, no doubt. Nah, I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying on that.
Music, they got different music. Puerto Rico, you got Puerto Rican food. You got Cuban music. You got different music. This is different cultures. And then in a place like New York, or in a place like, especially New York, we got the most diversity in the whole world in New York. You know that, right?
Right.
That is the most diverse place in the world. You can go there and meet
Facts.
somebody from almost anywhere. The most
Facts.
diverse place in the world, bro.
That's a
So you
fact.
got a culture. So now you got culture clashes. You got other kids coming up with coaches, bro. You can't steal the
Our
culture. They
culture in
trying
New
to.
York is like hypnotizing for the world. Like we are the I mean like the epitome of just fashion of everything that like I feel like goes on. It comes like it start with us. You know what I'm saying? Just the bot. Everything around the world like it's just us. You know what I'm saying? The way dudes dress, they rock with our culture. They might not talk like us, but they dress like us. They do everything like us.
Yeah, bro. But nah, this is a good one right
This
here,
was a
though.
great one, man. This was a great one. Salute to everybody out there, man. We appreciate y'all for tapping in, hitting that like button. This is the Flatbush Smitty Show. Got my co-host Mikey B from Hood Love TV, Hood Love Network. You already know when we get together, it's a lot going on in the hood. TV. We does this,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? Stay true to yourself, man.
Make
Let
sure y'all
them know what's
subscribe,
going
man.
on.
Make sure y'all like and share the live, man. Share the live, man.
Nah,
Share the
fact.
live, man. Make sure y'all like and shit. But go ahead, bro. I'm gonna hit you back. I got some things to do. I gotta finish
Salute.
up on this gym. I gotta put this shit together, you heard?
Nah, no doubt, no doubt. Salute, salute.
All right, peace, bro.
All right, peace, bro.